Imagine rolling over one morning and seeing the entire internet in flames. Every feed buzzing, every headline screaming the same scandal that nobody was ready for. That's exactly what went down when King Harris, the loudmouth son of hip-hop icon T.I., dropped a bombshell so wild it froze the industry. Out of nowhere, King allegedly leaked a so-called list of rappers who, according to him, had been secretly hooking up with him behind closed doors. Yes, you heard that right, a list naming names, throwing shade at some of the biggest stars in the game. And when T.I. caught wind of it, he lost his mind. Sources say the Atlanta legend went off, demanding answers from his son as the internet watched chaos unfold in real time. Fans were stunned, family tensions were on fire, and the culture was left questioning if King was just clout chasing, or if something darker were hiding behind the scandal. The madness really took off late on a Friday night when King hopped on Instagram Live, rocking his usual smug grin, sipping on something, and teasing viewers with, "You don't know the real me." Then he hit them with a bomb. "I'm about to shake this whole industry up." At first, fans thought he was trolling, maybe firing shots at haters, maybe just kicking off another petty beef. But mid-rant, King pulled out his phone, waved what looked like a Notes app list, and the comments went crazy. He scrolled through names, whispering, "Yeah, he smashed. Him too. Your favorite rapper." At first, people laughed, but the tone flipped when King dropped initials tied to some of the most famous rappers alive. The comments froze, the internet did its detective work, and within minutes, fans pieced it together. By the next morning, screenshots of the list had flooded social media. Hashtags were trending, and when T.I. saw it, insiders say he snapped like never before. According to one source, T.I. stormed through his mansion in Atlanta, shouting at the top of his lungs, "This boy done lost his mind. He about to take this whole family down with him." But this wasn't just anger, it was fear. Fear of what that list could do to his hard-earned reputation, his family's brand, and the respect he built brick by brick in the rap world. On Twitter, the reactions were instant and brutal. One user tweeted, "Yo, King Harris just ended careers in one IG Live. I can't even look at my favorite rapper the same again." Another said, "This ain't no diss track. This is a live family meltdown for the whole world to see." Inside the Harris home, chaos exploded. Tiny, King's mom, begged T.I. to calm down, whispering, "Baby, please, he's just acting out." But T.I. wasn't buying it. Slamming his phone on the table, he barked, "Acting out? He putting dirt on my name, dirt on everybody's name. This ain't acting out, this is betrayal." King, however, refused to back down. In his own words, he was tired of being treated like a kid, tired of living in his father's shadow, tired of playing pretend. On another live, he shouted, "I'm not no little boy anymore. I've seen too much in this industry. I've been around your fake friends. I know the secrets. And you're not gonna silence me. This is my truth." His siblings were stuck in the crossfire. Zonique, his older sister, allegedly told friends she felt torn, saying, "I love my brother, but it's going too far. Daddy's already on edge, and this could ruin everything." Meanwhile, the younger kid were asking questions Tiny struggled to answer, confused by the wild headlines tearing their family apart. As the story spiraled, media outlets ran wild with theories. Some claimed King was bluffing for clout, while others swore the dirt was real and that he'd been pressured into silence for years. Bloggers tore into every frame of his live stream, dropping reaction videos that racked up millions of views overnight. One YouTuber bluntly said, "This wasn't no accident. King wanted to hurt T.I. where it hurts most, his legacy." Behind the scenes, the fallout got even uglier. Sources say T.I. was on the phone with some of the rappers allegedly on the list. Some threatened lawsuits, others begged him to get his son under control, and a few cut ties with the Harris family altogether. King only fueled the fire by posting cryptic tweets like, "Truth hurts, but you're still living lies," and "If I go down, I'm taking everyone with me." Fans called it the wildest scandal hip-hop had seen all year. And then came the twist. A shaky, grainy video surfaced online, allegedly filmed inside the Harris household. The clip showed T.I. pacing furiously through the kitchen, his voice sharp, cutting through the air like a blade. The argument was heated, raw, and impossible to ignore. "You trying to ruin us, boy?" You think this industry gonna love you after this? T.I. snapped, his voice shaking the walls. Nah, they gon' chew you up and spit you out. King didn't flinch. He shot right back. I don't care about your game. I care about the truth. I ain't living fake no more. The clip spread like wildfire, instantly going viral as fans watched father and son collide like never before. People took sides, some praising King for being bold, others blasting him for crossing the line and exposing family secrets. By this point, the Harris household was crumbling under the pressure. Tiny was spotted leaving the home in tears, refusing to speak to reporters. Friends claimed she confided, I feel like I'm losing my son and my husband at the same time. Industry insiders whispered about hush-money offers, secret meetings, and backroom deals to clean up the mess. But the truth was, the damage had already been done. The Harris name was trending everywhere for the wrong reasons, and King seemed determined to pour gasoline on the fire. One night, King went live again, eyes blazing with defiance. You all think I'm making this up? Bet. I got receipts. Screenshots. Voice notes. Keep playing with me and see what happens. Fans couldn't tell if he was bluffing or ready to blow the whole industry wide open. Meanwhile, those close to T.I. said he was at a breaking point. He's trying to protect his empire, but it feels like his own blood is tearing it apart, one longtime friend admitted. And just when it seemed things couldn't get worse, rumors spread that one of the rappers allegedly on the list was preparing to tell his own side of the story, ready to drag both T.I. and King through the mud. The tension reached a boiling point the next day when a major rapper, heavily speculated to be on King's list, jumped into the fray. He posted a cryptic story, better stop playing with my name. I don't do clout chasing. Keep me out of these kids' mouths before I start talking to. That was enough to send fans into full-blown detective mode, convinced they knew exactly who he meant. Twitter and Instagram exploded with memes, GIFs, and non-stop speculation. What T.I. feared most was now reality. The mess was spilling beyond his family, and industry heavyweights were threatening to clap back. Behind the scenes, insiders revealed T.I. was making desperate phone calls, trying to smooth things over, begging rappers to stay calm, and promising King would chill. But the problem? King wasn't backing down. Instead, he went live again, smirking like he was enjoying the chaos. You're mad? Good. If they skayed, that just means I'm telling the truth. I ain't got no reason to lie on nobody. The comment blew up. Some fans hailed him as fearless, while others accused him of destroying his father's career just for attention. Tiny, drained and heartbroken, tried to pull the family back together. According to one source, she sat both T.I. and King at the dinner table, pleading through tears. This family is falling apart in front of the whole world. Do you all even realize what's happening? But T.I. snapped back. You don't understand the damage it's causing. King rolled his eyes, muttering, You never listened to me anyway. The night ended with T.I. storming out and King slamming his phone on the table. While the family battled in private, the circus outside only grew bigger. Headlines screamed King Harris versus the rap industry and T.I.'s empire under fire. Talk shows debated whether King was crying out for help or deliberately trying to humiliate his father. One host even declared, this might be the most shocking father-son feud in hip-hop history. And just when people thought it couldn't go any further, one of King's alleged receipts leaked. A blurry screenshot hit the blogs, showing a familiar rapper's name in King's texts. The alleged message read, You know what we did. Don't act brand new. The authenticity couldn't be verified, but the internet didn't care. #KingList trended instantly, with fans accusing the rapper of being exposed. The rapper wasted no time firing back, jumping on Instagram Live to deny it all. This little do clout chasing. I don't know what he on, but I don't play them games. Keep my name out your mouth or it's smoke. His fan base flooded the comments, demanding King prove his claims. But instead of backing off, King doubled down, tweeting, If you only knew the half of it. This ain't smoke. This is truth. That's what King declared as fans split into two camps. Some praise him for exposing power, while others accuse him of being reckless and desperate. The backlash grew so wild that even family friends like Snoop reportedly stepped in. Sources claim he urged T to talk to your boy before he burns it all down. But T wasn't interested in negotiations. To him, this wasn't just family drama. It was war. Behind closed doors, T allegedly tried cutting King off financially, hoping to starve out the fire. But instead, it only gave King more fuel. "I don't need your money," he snapped in a heated video. "I got my own voice, and people listening now." Tiny, heartbroken, tried begging her son to stop before he crossed a line he couldn't erase. But King shut her down cold. "I already said it. Ain't no going back now." Soon the Harris family feud became the hottest topic online. Podcasts dissected every rumor, and fans speculated which rappers might clap back. T's daughter, Zonique, added fuel with a cryptic tweet. "Sometimes the truth ain't for the world. Sometimes it's for healing." Many read it as shade at King. He fired back on IG, calling her out for tweeting instead of calling. By then, the drama had ripped through the entire family. Siblings unfollowed each other. Cousins argued in comment sections. Fans picked sides like it was Mayweather versus Pacquiao. When T and King finally confronted each other at a family gathering, it was explosive. Witnesses say T demanded, "Fix this before it's too late." King shot back, "Too late for who? You or me?" The room froze. Tiny broke down in tears. Paparazzi caught T storming out, furious, as King stayed behind, posting cryptic messages like, "Truth don't need approval." And then came whispers of something even bigger. King was reportedly preparing to drop the full unfiltered list. No initials, no hints, just raw names. The internet lost its mind. Fans begged him to expose everyone, while others warned it could endanger his life. King only played into the hype, posting a countdown clock with a caption, "You're ready." Suddenly, rappers rushed to distance themselves, posting denials that only made fans more suspicious. T, desperate, allegedly reached out to lawyers to stop his son. But legally, there was nothing he could do. King was grown. As one insider put it, "The more T pushes, the harder King pushes back." The night of the list finally arrived. Thousands joined King's IG Live. He showed up late, smirking from a dark room. "Your wanted names," he teased. Then, for just a split second, he flashed a blurry sheet of paper. The comments exploded. Screenshots spread instantly. The internet went nuclear. But just as fast as King flashed the list, the screen went black. The live ended abruptly, leaving fans stunned and scrambling for answers. Was it planned? Or did someone in the room force him to cut it? Theories exploded online. One user tweeted, "Bro just risked his life. Somebody yanked the plug midstream." Another wrote, "This ain't family beef anymore. This feels like the industry trying to shut him down." The mystery only poured gasoline on the fire. Fans zoomed in on blurry screenshots, circling letters, comparing fonts, and guessing names. Hashtags of suspected rappers began trending within hours, and the panic spread fast. Insiders claimed T went ballistic, confronting King right after the live. "You trying to ruin everything I built," he yelled. King shot back without hesitation. "This ain't about you. It's about me being real." Tiny tried stepping in, begging them to calm down, but the shouting got so bad that neighbors allegedly heard it down the block. Meanwhile, the media had a feeding frenzy. Blogs ran wild headlines like, "Did King just leak rap's biggest secret?" "An empire on the brink as son threatens total exposure." Talk shows picked sides, some defending King as a whistleblower, others calling him reckless and out of control. The tension skyrocketed when one rapper, supposedly visible in the blurred screenshot, finally snapped. He went live, fuming to millions of followers. "I don't know what's wrong with that kid, but he better keep my name out his mouth. I got a family. I got kids. This slander. I don't play that." His words set off his fan base, who flooded King's socials with threats and insults. King's response? A cold IG story. Funny how the guilty always are loudest. That single line blew the drama up to nuclear levels. Suddenly, this wasn't a Harris family feud. It felt like a siege against the whole hip-hop industry. Behind the scenes, Tiny was breaking down, crying to her mother that the family was falling apart. Zonique went quiet online, trying to escape the chaos. But King thrived in the storm, convinced he was finally carving his own name in history, whether the family liked it or not. Then came a new twist. An anonymous email leaked to a gossip site, allegedly containing excerpts from the full list. The sight didn't drop everything, but teased just enough to send the internet into overdrive. Was it King? Or someone in his circle cashing in? T snapped. He called a family meeting, slamming his fist on the table. This ends now. You're not dragging me, your mama, and this family through the dirt. King just smirked. It already ended. Daddy, you just don't know it yet. Tiny collapsed in tears, screaming. Stop it, both of you. You're going to destroy each other. For what? For headlines? For likes? The room fell quiet, but the damage was done. King stormed out, later spotted laughing with friends outside. When paparazzi asked if he planned to release the full list, he smirked. The truth always comes out one way or another. That clip alone went viral within hours, throwing the internet back into chaos. Debates raged nonstop. Was King exposing hidden truths, or was this all one giant clout-chasing scheme? One viral post summed it up. Whether it's lying or not, King just changed the game forever. Nobody's safe now. But as the fire burned hotter, whispers spread that T was plotting his own counterattack. Not through leaks, not through lawyers, but with a public statement that could either save his legacy or blow the family apart completely. And then, the whispers became reality. One Sunday evening, T announced he'd be holding a press conference. The news shot across the internet. Rappers braced themselves, blogs hyped it as a statement that could shake hip-hop, and fans counted down the hours. On the day, cameras flashed as T walked to the podium, jaw tight, eyes heavy. Tiny sat in the front row, nervous, while King was nowhere in sight. This my family we talking about, T began, his voice low but sharp. I've spent years building my name, my career, my legacy, and I'll be damned if it all gets torn down by lies, clout-chasing, and betrayal. Gasps rippled through the crowd. He didn't say King's name, but everyone knew who he meant. He pressed on. I love my son, but he lost right now. He don't understand the weight of what he's saying. Let me make this clear. None of them accusations true. Not a single one. He slammed his fist on the podium, anger spilling over his cameras captured every second. The statement ripped across the internet instantly. Some praised T for standing firm and protecting his empire. Others accused him of throwing his own child under the bus to save face. Fans battled in comment sections for hours. And with King still silent, the world was left wondering, was this the beginning of the end, or just a calm before King's next storm? Some sided with T's demand for respect. Others claimed King's defiance proved there was more to the story. But King didn't stay quiet for long. Just hours later, he went live from his car, eyes locked on the camera. So now I'm a liar? Now I'm clout chasing? That's crazy coming from somebody who's been in this game forever. I ain't scared of the truth. You can try to shut me down, but people already know. The venom in his tone made it clear this was war. And then it got darker. Rumors spread that one of the rappers supposedly on King's list was threatening legal action, not just against King, but against T himself. Insiders claimed lawyers were already drafting lawsuits demanding retractions and damages. Suddenly, the family drama wasn't just emotional. It was legal. Tiny, overwhelmed, begged King to meet his father privately and work things out. But King shook his head. Mama, I ain't backing down. I can't unsee what I seen. I'd rather lose everybody than lose myself. Those words broke her. Friends said Tiny sobbed for hours, calling it the lowest point she'd ever seen her family reach. Meanwhile, the industry split in half. Some rappers stood up for T, calling him a legend being dragged by his own son. Others stayed silent, too silent, fueling conspiracy theories that maybe King wasn't as crazy as he sounded. Podcasts dissected every move. Was this betrayal, or was King exposing the dark underbelly of hip-hop? The pressure finally blew during a family dinner that turned into a battleground. According to insiders, T slammed his phone on the table and growled, "You gon' ruin us all, boy. You think this game love you? They gon' laugh at you and take us all down with you." King didn't flinch. You care more about your reputation than your son. Maybe that's why I'm doing this. I'm tired of living in your shadow while you pretend everything's perfect. The room froze. Tiny sobbed into her hands while the younger sibling sat in shock. Zonique whispered, "This ain't family no more. This a battlefield." Then came the breaking point. T shouted, If you keep pushing, you ain't got no daddy no more. King's voice cracked as he fired back. Fine. I don't need one. A hidden recording of the blow-up leaked online and went viral instantly. Fans called it the rawest collapse of a hip-hop dynasty ever caught on tape. Soon after, paparazzi caught King leaving the house with bags in hand, refusing to answer questions. Had T kicked him out? Or was he leaving for good? The speculation was non-stop. And just when it couldn't get worse, a gossip blog dropped what it claimed was a full list, with names spelled out. Verified or not, it set the internet on fire. Twitter exploded. Some rappers denied it, others stayed silent, and fans began dissecting old songs, interviews, and photos for proof. T, furious, released another public statement calling the leak fabricated lies. He accused shadowy enemies of using his son as a weapon to destroy him. But by then, the narrative was spinning too fast. The list had become its own monster. King, when asked if he leaked it, smirked in a video, "Y'all can believe what y'all want. Truth don't need my help." That cryptic response only made the mystery more dangerous. Was King masterminding the chaos, or was he just a pawn in a bigger game? Tiny, at her breaking point, finally went public with a plea. Families ain't supposed to be enemies. I just want my husband and my son back. Her heartbreaking words went viral, with fans flooding her comments in sympathy. But sympathy couldn't stop the circus. Commentators, blogs, and YouTubers racked up millions of views breaking down every new twist. Fans couldn't look away. This wasn't just family drama anymore. It was a cultural earthquake. Through all the noise, one haunting question lingered. Was King really telling the truth, or was this all one giant spectacle fueled by rebellion and resentment? No one knew for sure. What they did know was a Harris family bond had been shattered in front of the entire world. And as the dust settled, the story didn't feel over. It felt like the beginning of something even bigger. So what comes next? Will T rebuild his legacy? Will King drop more receipts and scorch the industry? Or has the family already crossed a line they can never return from? That's where you come in. What do you think? Is King exposing hidden truths, or just dragging his father's name for clout? Hit the comments right now. And don't forget, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because if there's one thing this saga proves, it's that when it comes to the Harris family, the truth is always stranger than fiction.